Welcome back to Bumblebee. We have a nice fun one, not filled with disgusting bugs or creatures or anything like that. Maybe grab a bite while you're watching this video. Hit that thumbs up, grab some yogurt, let's dive in. I'm Taylor McWaters, here are the top 10 scariest creatures on the planet that still exist. Number 10. Cockroaches. Nice. Hope you're eating a snack right off the bat. I've been playing a lot of Fallout 4 recently. Cockroaches are going to outlive all of us. Apparently, you see it in movies, you see it in comic books, games. These little guys can survive anything, and they're really gross to look at, and they're fast. They can survive a literal apocalypse, however that may look. There are over 4,000 species of cockroaches, believe it or not, and they can withstand high levels of radiation, and they're on track right now to outlast all of our insecticides. This is so scary, I'm alarmed while I'm doing this. While these creepy crawlies are exposed to toxins, they quickly evolve right there in front of our very eyes. They can evolve on the spot. We're literally making them stronger right now. Although cockroaches will live 2 years at most, females give birth to around 300 offspring at a time. I just got goosebumps, that's horrible. I'm not a fan of bugs, but, well, we're on number 10, so it's gonna get worse. Number 9, mosquitoes. These little bloodsuckers have been around since the age of dinos. They're all over you when you're outside, when you're camping, all of a sudden you're scratching all weekend and it's not fun. They're annoying, but when it comes to the Amazon rainforest, mosquitoes there are much worse than you could ever imagine. Mosquitoes are one of the most dangerous because, well, for starters, they can fly. That ought to be pretty helpful, and you don't see them coming, and by the time you do, it's far too late, that's it. If you travel to parts of the Amazon rainforest and you don't have yellow fever vaccinations or extremely strong mosquito repellent, well, you're gonna have a very bad time, my friend. These suckers are literally just clouds of malaria just waiting for you to walk into. Even cottages, I can't do it. I have to wear the net costume around my head the whole time. I feel like a knight when I wear one of those, but you know what? I feel safe. Number 8, box jellyfish. Let's go under the sea for a hot minute. We talked about the blue ring octopus on here before, so, you know, what other haunting discovery lurks below the waves? Box jellyfish, of course, also not wise to touch, so don't think about it. But Australian box jellyfish specifically, they have plenty of venom. They're super deadly, and it doesn't help that they're practically transparent in the ocean. They look like little bags of skin going by. I don't know why I said bags of skin, that's an odd thing to say. You won't see them coming at all. They're just clear blobs that float towards you, and its tentacles can sting you with its millions of nematocysts. Also, peeing on your leg won't solve this problem. It's not gonna work this time, pal, alright? Zip up, not a good idea. Australian box jellyfish carries around toxins that cause extreme pain, paralysis, delirium, cardiac arrest, and or even death, all within 5 minutes or less. You won't even have time to get your goggles off and ask for help. You'll be done, just like that. One jellyfish has enough venom to kill 60 adults. Yikes, I'm never swimming again in the ocean. Specifically, not with 59 other adults, that's for sure. That's a bad setup. Number 7, black caiman. If you aren't a fan of alligators or things with a lot of teeth, you might want to skip to the next one. Black caiman is the largest family member in the Alligatoridae crew. Alligatoridae crew. Alligatoridae, that sounds like a spell. Alligatoridae. Turn you into a Alligatoridae. These super alligators live in calm, slow-moving rivers. Places you really wouldn't expect, you know, a dinosaur to jump out at you all of a sudden. Just like dangerous river snakes, these black caiman will take it slow and wait for their prey to have a sip of water. And then the largest predator in the Amazon will grab its lunch in a second and then quickly return to the water. You won't even see them, they'll just grab it and go. Maybe they'll do that twisty thing, that's terrifying. Birds, reptiles, mammals, this thing can and will eat everything. Between 2008 and October 2013 alone, there were 43 black caiman attacks on people, and a handful of these were sadly fatal. Number 6, the green anaconda. Remember the movie Anaconda with Ice Cube in it? That was a great time, that was cool. This movie came out 25 years ago, and I still remember it to this day. It made me extremely afraid of snakes and the water, and also Ice Cube. I thought every snake was like a 30-foot long snake after this. It was not a good time. But just how accurate was that film? Although the green anaconda is a non-venomous snake, the boa constrictor is still one of the most feared. Green anacondas specifically live in calm marshes or slow streams. Again, they wait until their large prey gets thirsty, and then once they come to the water, the anaconda surfaces and suffocates its lunch. Yeah, anacondas hunt prey that's larger than us humans, so if they wanted to, they could for sure eat us. There's only no evidence of it happening because humans rarely interact with them in the first place, which is a pretty funny statistic, I guess. So anacondas don't know that they can eat us yet, so let's stay away just for good measure. Green anacondas can reach lengths of up to 30 feet long, so plenty of space for you and yours. Number 5, the devil worm. I mean, its name certainly sounds confident and scary. What is this thing? A worm from the underworld. Of course, this thing can survive it all, even apocalypse probably. This guy's literally from hell. The devil worm is a type of nematode, and it looks pretty haunting only under a microscope. In person you can't really see it, but then when you look, it's the worst thing you've ever seen. The thing that sets this little devil apart from the rest of these bugs or creatures, whatever you want to call it, is that it doesn't need oxygen to survive, and it can do so in complete darkness and under the most extreme pressure. The devil worm is the deepest living animal on Earth, hence its cool and haunting nickname. Number 4, the cave robber spider. Also a cool nickname, but I don't like spiders, so here we go. The worst thing ever. Welcome back to Bumblebee. The cave robber spider, or troglodyte, can't tell which name is worse, I guess, is a quick cave predator that has a fun little addition over your standard spider. How neat is that? The cave robber has claws on the end of its legs, just to make it even worse. The cave robber likes to hang from its web from the top of, you guessed it, pitch black caves, and when it feels something a little too close for comfort passing below, it snaps its prey with its claws. One would compare it to a praying mantis, only in dark caves, and also a terrifying spider on the ceiling that you don't see. Stellar combo, if you ask me personally. If you live in Southwest Oregon, I'm so sorry. Please don't go in any caves. Number 3, the black widow. Another spider, just because I hate myself. We've all heard about this spider, but just how bad is her bite? The black widow is not only 1, extremely painful, but 2, it's incredibly toxic. Now at first you may not even feel anything. You may think you were bitten by a mosquito. There's slight irritation on the skin at first, nothing too bad, but an hour later, it is much, much worse. Now the ball's rolling. You'll be disoriented, you'll be dizzy, you'll be nauseous, your breathing will become difficult, all because of one little bite. Male black widows are much smaller and they contain much less venom than that of the female. A fact that you may have heard about the spider already that I can't get over personally is that the female black widow actually begins eating the male while they're mating, while they're getting it on. Top 10 ways to spice up your spider marriage. You won't believe number 4. That is brutal. Oh, those poor guys. Now this is called Latrodectus mirabilis, and it's now the scariest thing that I've ever heard. If you do get bit, just relax, take it slow and breathe because luckily we have an anti-venom for this bite. Number 2, scorpions. I always say I'm afraid of spiders, and that's for sure a fact, but I'm sleeping on scorpions. They're a horrible combination of everything scary. Scorpions can survive in deserts, rainforests, some mountains. I mean, I don't want to alarm anybody here on Bumblebee, but they're kind of everywhere. I don't know, one might be under your bed right now as you're watching this, right as you're clicking that thumbs up right now, right as you're hitting subscribe right now. A scorpion can be hitting subscribe. A scorpion can subscribe with its stinger, you know? Sometimes you'll find a scorpion completely frozen outside. It's immobile and otherwise dead. But as time passes on, keep an eye on it because some researchers would watch for these frozen scorpions and watch and wait for them to come back to life. They can do that. They slow their metabolism rate enough so if need be, they can live off of 1 insect a year. Bet you didn't know that, right? Terrifying, you're welcome. And finally, number 1, ants. Small but mighty, and they come in thousands, and they travel up your window and into your house. Ants are so scary, we have to talk about them. There's thousands of species of ants. We've talked about the bullet ant on here before, and how their bites feel like a bullet wound. Their sting is considered the most powerful in the world, and its effects can last 24 hours. That alone is a scary individual ant. But these guys come in all different shapes and sizes. The feature that allows them to survive for so long, of course, they can live deep in the ground, but they also sacrifice each other. That's the thing they do every day. They grab an ant and they're like, huh, and they just throw them off of a curb or something. If one ant is sick or injured, they'll all decide as an ant group that it's that ant's time to go. That's crazy. These guys are ruthless. How wild is that? They do this to ensure the safety of the rest of the colony, so that it doesn't get sick or, it doesn't slow anyone down. That's brutal. That is ruthless. They're like little Vikings with antennae. They've been around for a very, very long time, and there's no reason to believe that any apocalypse can hold any ant or an ant colony back. I'm terrified. I spilled the drink yesterday. Now I feel like there's ants everywhere. What do I do? I've been your host, Taylor McWaters. Those are the 10 scariest creatures on the planet. Just you want to avoid in general. Just spray raid everywhere, just all at once. I'm Taylor. I'm itchy. Bye.